Hi, Mr. Andrew here, and today we're going to talk some properties. So normally when these are presented in math textbooks, it's usually A plus B equals B plus A, and it's just this nightmare of algebra for many people. And today we're going to try and dispel that. We're going to dive into these properties and talk about what they actually mean. So here, commutative property. If I commute to work, that means I'm having to drive to work. I'm moving. Okay, so if I have 2 plus 3, well, I know that equals 5. Well, I know that 3 plus 2, well, that equals 5 as well. So what I can say is 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. And this is something we innately know almost. This is something where if I change the order in which I add things, it does not matter. So here, I actually see that the 2 switch places with the 3. In other words, these numbers moved on each other. They moved. They switched order. And commutative property is where you move, where you switch your order. Now, the associative property is a little different. If I look here, if I do 2 plus 3 plus, let's say, 5, and I group these, so in other words, I add these first, I know this will be 2 plus 8, and this is 2 plus 8, which is 10. Now here, if I rewrite the same thing, except I, again, add in a different order, but this time by moving parentheses, which tells me to add the 2 and the 3 first, I'll add 2 plus 3, which is 5. Bring down the other 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So there again, we have equivalence here. We can say that these equal each other. So that these equal each other. So if I look here, at this right here, I can say that if I move parentheses and otherwise it stays in the same order, then that is equivalent. And this is called the associative property. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 equals 2 plus 3 plus 5. The parentheses just moved. The numbers did not. So unlike the commutative property in which the numbers moved, only the parentheses have moved. And I remember this by ASSO. Always stays the same order. If they are in the same order and parentheses moved, then it is the associative property. However, if any of the numbers would have switched positions, it would have been actually the commutative property. Now here, the last property, the additive identity, is one of the easiest and one of the most fundamental. So if I don't want to change the identity of the number, I don't want to change its value, say I have 5. What can I add to 5 to keep 5? Well, that's 0. And this just tells me that if I add 0 to anything, it does not change in value. 0 adds nothing to the number. And that's a fundamental number 3 there. So here, commutative property, associative property, and additive identity. Hope this helped.